You are listening to Maple Syrup Blood Money, a Riverdale podcast. I am your host, Noah Carden, and joining me, as always, the hunting cloak to my bow and arrow is...
That's a good one. Hello, it's me, Kyle Blossom. Pleasure to be here.
Oh, man. So...
This episode was good.
I actually really like this episode. This is Chapter 34, Judgement Night? Yes, Judgement Night.
Yeah. Like, I fucking enjoyed myself.
I know, this...
Which is kind of a rarity in the modern Riverdale era.
Yeah, like, I think... I don't know, like... I really enjoyed it, and I think it's because everybody was constantly doing something, and it was, like... all moving towards like an end goal kind of thing, and it wasn't just weird meandering around molestation plot lines.
Yeah, exactly. And it like all tied into like an ongoing meta plot line,
yes.
Like that being it's all Hiram Lodge's fault.
Yeah, it really is. God. Yeah, no, I think
I had a hoot.
It was a good episode. I am actually very, very pleased that it was an enjoyable episode to watch, and that it doesn't feel like I have to, dread watching this show.
Yeah, I had fun, which I haven't had in many an episode.
Yeah. All right, so...
I also, our friend Roger hit us up and told us that we are not the only ones suffering from season 2 fatigue,
yes.
Which is heartening to know that I'm not the only one going through this.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good to hear. I know we don't really listen to as many of the other shows out there, but I'm glad that we have some solidarity with everybody else.
I'm happy to hear that. So Archie, in like true season 1 form, had an interesting plot line, but like it was the least impacted on the meta plot.
Yeah.
So, want to do our beautiful red boy first?
Sure. So it's a riot has broken out in Riverdale. It's like the backdrop for the entire episode, and it all happens in like a night.
Because of the shooting. The shooting of Fong's Fogarty.
Yes, which I called it, by the way. Called it. Oh,
yeah. You did. Called fucking shot.
Just like Four Fangs.
Boo. Man, Cheryl had arguably the best plotline this week.
She really
This
did.
is how they should be using Cheryl.
It really is. Okay, so Archie. Archie's
Archibald.
main thing is just like keeping everybody safe, mainly like his dad and the other Bulldogs and stuff, and he's basically acting as like ringleader for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And I think
he's like telephone tag. Like he's on the phone with everybody.
Yeah, and like I kind of like everybody being sort of like the leader of their own faction kind of happening. Like Archie is...
It felt appropriate.
Archie is the de facto like Bulldogs leader, with Reggie like running scared, and then Jughead is like trying to keep the Serpents all in check.
Man, Jughead's a real fucking blockhead this week.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling we'll do Jughead last. So Archibald's whole plot in the beginning is like, we gotta find Reginald. Mm-hmm. We have to find him because the Serpent saw him with the gun. And it's like, oh, okay. Let's go find him.
Yeah.
And then they fuck around at the school for a while.
Yeah, they go to the school, and they discover the Serpents are tearing up the school. So...
I mean, like, let's call it what it is. It's not the Serpents. It's Sweet Pea's faction.
Yeah. It's the younger Serpents. The very hot-blooded young Serpents in the school.
What's the point of Sweet Pea?
I think Sweet Pea is supposed to be like...
He's like the Reggie for the South Side. He's just impotent and hot-headed. And it's like, okay, we already have that character. We could do better than that. We could create someone more engaging than hot-blooded dummy.
Yeah. But yeah, so they confront the Serpents, mainly Sweet Pea, in the school, and then are immediately stopped by Principal Weatherby and a bunch of adult NPCs from Bully.
Yeah, a bunch of teacher NPCs from Rockstar's Bully, the video game.
Yeah, because they have like the vests, like the sweater vests with the trim, like the gold trim on it and stuff, and they're carrying like bats and cricket
Baseball
bats.
Yeah, like they're supposed to communicate that those are teachers, right? Because all teachers wear sweater vests.
I assume they're like teachers or like alumni of the school or something. Like,
yeah, it's weird though, because like Principal Weatherby, okay, I guess I get it, and also, hey, pay teachers a fucking livable wage, y'all. Like, they went to the school to protect it from being burned to the ground. Mm-hmm. So pay your teachers more, because they already do lots of overtime and supply purchases. Pay your teachers as much as you pay, like, doctors.
Yeah, it's very important. One of them is carrying a tennis racket. I just have to say that.
Okay, well, that one... Okay, maybe don't pay that one that much.
So after the teachers show up and, like, shame the students into leaving...
Yeah, shame through force of arms and numbers.
Yeah. Archie meets up with Jughead to kind of figure out what's going on, and then they go to, I believe, Pop's to find Reggie.
Yeah, they split up.
Yeah.
And Archibald goes to Pop's because they got a call where Pop's is Reggie is.
Yes. You wanna try that again?
No, I don't. Okay,
so yeah, they go to Pop's to meet Reggie, who is understandably quite depressed after he is being abandoned by Hiram Lodge, because Hiram is a shithead, as always. And then as they sort of like try and talk out like what happened with Reggie at Pop's, the Ghoulies show up, who we were alerted to last time had got, like, I think the last episode that they were out of jail.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's all a little convenient. Like, I really have to suspend my fucking disbelief to be like, oh yeah, this is all orchestrated and it all makes sense because this is how the legal system works. And, like, you know, whatever. Like, the police I suppose are no more or less corrupt than most police officers.
Yeah. So. Like, I really think a lot of this has to do with Hiram Lodge pulling strings and paying for people to get out and shit, because...
yeah, but he couldn't pay his way out of being fucking arrested.
Yeah.
But he's king of the police now.
He's king of the Podunk Town police, not the big city police.
I mean, he's the king of the police that got the Ghoulies out of a federal prison.
Were they in a federal prison?
Well, out of a prison.
Out of a prison. Okay. Anyway.
I assume Shankshaw is federal.
Yeah, I guess. It's like a state prison.
Yeah, I mean, like, I actually, all prisons are garbage and privatized, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's a private prison, actually.
Yeah, you know. The point is...
Prison system is corrupt, y'all.
The Ghoulies are back in town, and they're beating up stuff. So... Archie asks if Pops has a gun. He's like, no, you crazy white boy, I don't have a gun.
Why the fuck would I give you a gun, you little creep?
Oh.
Like, I killed enough people in Nam.
In the war.
Right, but then he talks about the riots of, I think he said like 79?
79, yeah.
The race riots of 79? So, like, it had to be Nam, right?
I guess. That's probably...
It has to fucking be Nam.
Yeah.
He's too young for Korea.
No, he's too young for Korea. Yes.
Yeah, he's too young for Korea. So he's like, but I did learn this real neat party trick
called Molotov cocktails.
Called petrol bombs.
So he gives Archie a couple of Molotov cocktails and puts them up on the roof to play.
Very respectable.
To play tower defense.
I mean, I don't blame Archie for not immolating them. You know what I mean? Because he would have killed a lot of people.
Yeah. Malachi, the leader of the Ghoulies, does his best, like, Joker impression.
See, and I got a very The Warriors vibe from the
That's true.
Ghoulies.
That's true.
I always kind of have, and like...
It's kind of a mix, a little bit of
They
the Crow.
suck.
Yeah, they're not great.
Isn't the Crow a good guy?
Kinda, but he has that look.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen the Crow.
Yeah, I saw it once, like, years and years ago, so...
It's like such a pivotal goth thing, but I never watched it when I was a metal boy. So they get chased off when not Sheriff Keller, but still, I guess, legally allowed to carry out the law, roll up on the scene with a gun.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, bye.
The dad squad shows up.
Hashtag hot dance.
Kevin, one of those is your dad. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's weird, Kev. Also, hey, Archie's right here, and you just said you wanted to bone down on his paw, which, like, timing and phrasing and a place, like time and place, maybe you could tell Archie you want to bone down on his dad, but maybe not right after he almost immolated a bunch of humans. You know, you've sort of reverted back to the status quo very quickly, Kevin, and I do have concerns about your ability to compartmentalize.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like FP and Sheriff and Archibald's dad roll up to the scene, and, you know, Kevin takes a video of them, which is going to secure Fred's, like, campaign run in some way.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Archie and Fred go back home, where Archie is a blockhead and doesn't immediately, like, try and get his dad out of the house when he notices that the back door is unlocked.
I mean, he doesn't immediately get his baseball bat.
Uh-huh.
He fucking looks around like, hey, Archie, where's that really good, thorough paranoia you've been having?
Yeah.
You know, when you actually need it.
Like, earlier this season, he straight up jumped Reggie for wearing a black hood mask and trying to come to his back door, like...
It's like, I'm telling you, they are as intelligent as the scene needs them to be. Yeah. The second that they need to be dumb, the writers make them fucking dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Archie looks around the house, gets attacked by a black hood, and does a nice judo throw into a table, but then has to be saved by Fred, who doesn't just bash the man into a paste.
They don't double tap. There's a lot of not double tapping this week, and, like, that's poor form.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I'm sure that what they were trying to do was frame this new shooting as, like, it's just like the end of last season. The framing is the same, and it's so poetic. But, like, I was sitting on the couch, and I literally couldn't help but go, I guess we're here again. Like...
I said basically, again? Really? Again? And then Fred lifts up his shirt, and he has a bulletproof vest, and it's like...
Which, even then, still is like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, no,
It's so stupid.
I would very much, like, you don't just hit him once and stop if a man has a gun and is trying to shoot you. Or your big burly son.
You fucking pulverized that boy.
Yeah.
Like, if there is one thing about American, like, self-defense that is super gray and nebulous, it's whether or not you can kill an intruder, because I guess sometimes you can, but sometimes if the intruder gets caught in your garage and eats your dog food for a month, they can sue you.
God.
Like,
is the
fuck me.
Is the town of Riverdale a stand your ground town?
Well, also, like, it changes based on whether or not they have illegally entered into your domicile. That's why so many fucking just absolutely insane gun rights people have just a fucking murder boner.
Yeah.
For just like, I want the gun so that when someone does come into my house, I can finally legally fucking kill a person.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
Like, that's the whole argument, and it's like straight up murder boner.
Yeah.
But in this case, they did have a gun, I think you could probably womp on them a little bit and like be like, okay, they're not dead, but I did fuck them up real good. Also, I don't know, get the gun.
Yeah.
Get gun, block door, call police. I know it's a riot, but you know,
Sheriff Keller will show up as we learn, like in the next scene.
He's just doing whatever he feel like.
So
yeah, he'll show up next door.
Yeah. So that is one thing. A gun does go off, and nobody next door notices when there's a very dramatic scene happening next door. But the Black Hood,
I would have liked for that gunshot to like cause the Black Hood to stutter, and that's what would give them the opportunity. Like, do some cohesive world building at the very least.
Yeah.
Like, have them win, and then have like the Black Hood rally as villains are wont to do, and then have the gunshot for like a last clutch save.
Yeah.
And then they can like get the upper hand because he flinched or whatever.
Right.
That's Archie.
Yeah.
Betty?
Yeah. Yeah, Betty works.
How's the Black Hood?
Hal is the Black Hood.
That's it.
Betty chases him all over town after he gets shot in the shoulder.
He gets fucking crimped. He gets his wing goosed.
By Cheryl, who...
Cheryl's the best.
Cheryl is the best.
I'm back on the train.
So, the start of the episode is the end of last episode where Cheryl answers the door, and Cheryl has some good reflexes. She's got that good deck save.
So we've been joking that should have been a paladin the whole time, but apparently she was always multi-class ranger, which is fucking delightful.
So Cheryl dodges the axe of the Black Hood and then escapes her house to get her, and I quote, bow and arrow and hunting cape.
She says like, oh, thank goodness I was able to reach my bow, arrow, and hunting cape in time. It's like, I'm pretty sure we could have left one of those off the list.
Yeah. But she shoots the Black Hood in the shoulder, and then we learn that the Black Hood is Hal because he's bleeding all over the place. But yeah, like Cheryl chases him through the woods into like, oh god, yeah, she chases him through the wood as he escapes into like the house beyond the pines, which is a strange way of putting that.
It's odd.
Betty learns, basically just chases him down to the hospital where Hal has murdered a doctor.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So they go back to Betty's house, and like Hal's like, I want to play a game. We're gonna watch this home movie, and you have to find out who I am by the end of it. I want to play a game.
You're sounding a bit more like Edgar from Men in Black than Jake.
Saw your own legs off, and then I need you to feed your legs to Hot Dog from next door. And inside Hot Dog, when he poops your legs out, you will find a key, and the key will open a bear trap that has been put around Archie's penis.
The later Saw movies got kind of wild when they started doing crossovers.
Yeah. Jigsaw.
No, Jug's not the Black Hood.
That's true. Hal Saw. Okay, anyway. So yeah, Hal plays a home movie, a really weird home movie of him as a child being, like, saying that sinners have to die, and is being prompted by his mother because his grandfather? No. His father killed the Conways, and then Hal, as a child, had to convince Joseph Conway to lie about who killed his parents and his brother.
Yeah.
And
he was easy to manipulate, Betty.
So then Hal forces Betty to confess, like,
look me in the eyes, Betty, and tell me who I am.
I like how
If you don't, then the beehive that I've attached to your mother's head will begin to smoke, and the bees will sting her very bad.
puts bees to sleep.
They're hornets. And it's a type of smoke that I researched.
Okay. Hal does talk about the darkness inside him and how it's like this lineage thing.
It's a warlock patron.
Yeah.
Like it fucking has to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to stat the darkness as a warlock patron.
Well, you should do that.
Okay.
Okay. We'll talk about that at the end. So Hal does say that it was the Cooper brother that killed the Blossom brother, not the other way around, as we had learned.
I mean, it seems kind of weird how you could confuse that, seeing as how one of them went back to their family.
Yeah.
You know? Were they twins?
I think so. It was probably the whole twin thing again. Like, oh, God.
Whatever. The mythos is confusing and muddled at best.
I'll have to do some research, and we'll plot this whole thing out. But
someone will correct us. Someone will give us an article that's like, here's how it do.
So Alice starts taunting Hal, calling him a mama's boy, and how FP is more of a man than he is. While
I want you to know that he has a...
Wait, no, she's not Jigsaw.
I want you to know that I did chuckle to you, Hal.
Oh, God. And then...
I want to teach you the value of life.
Then Betty is reunited with her true love, the shovel, as she bashes Hal over the head.
Not the fire poker.
Not the fire poker, the shovel.
Which would have... The fire poker would have been my choice. So he gets just domed, and then... they do give the shovel to Mama, and Mama do double tap.
Yes.
And that's why they win. They're the only ones who got a passing grade.
Yes. I don't know. I think Hermione did a pretty decent job.
I mean, yeah, because, like, but if you know the body's going to get disposed of, you probably could, like, shoot him in the back, because that won't raise any bizarre questions.
Yeah. But yeah.
Execution.
So then...
But yeah, like, Lil Tater Tot is huge.
Yeah, small fry.
Also, how do they not call him Tater Tot?
Well, because fries are part of poutine.
Right, but if we're doing potato puns...
I don't know. Ask the writers. Let's finish off this Betty section before we get into Hermione and Veronica.
Fine.
Okay. So they call Sheriff Keller, or former Sheriff Keller, and he takes Hal into custody for some reason, and then Archie and...
I guess he's deputized again?
Maybe.
Like he's got the deputy?
He's just taking the law into his own hands.
Whatever. I'm fine with it.
He's a loose cannon cop.
Yeah, but at least he's, like, an honest police officer.
Yeah.
He might cheat on his fucking active service wife, but, like, he's not a corrupt cop, which I think is a rare thing.
Yeah. And then as Hal's being taken out to the police cruiser, Fred and Archie show up, and they're like, wait a second, if he's the Black Hood, then who was that Black Hood earlier? And then everybody goes looking for Jughead.
Doily. It was Doily.
It was Dilton Doily.
Right?
I'm calling it. It was Dilton Doily.
I don't know if I'm comfortable saying that a 15-year-old is capable of attempted murder on a man. That he does, like, cold-blooded assassin work.
Dilton Doily is kind of a psychopath. He even admits it in that one episode.
Yeah, in the Bad Parent episode. And then he's like, oh, yeah, totally, I do like to...
I want to play a game.
Do you remember that episode? That episode where there's a house party and...
That episode was great, comparatively. And, like, we ragged on that episode a lot. But, like, at least it was, like, absurdist and delightful.
That episode where FP does nothing until, like, the very end.
Fuck me.
Oh, man.
So Veronica's plotline is she finds the mom who done did it, who done did the shoot. Mrs. Clump done did it. They take her to the police. Veronica's mom is there, and she's placed a 100 billion berry bounty on Straw Hat Luffy. And she's like, why would you do this? The Straw Hat crew are working to overthrow the world government and help us and save us. They're new Yonkos.
Have I told you about the One Piece figure series known as Gene Freaks?
I'm sorry, what did you just fucking say to me?
This is apropos of nothing else. Other than the fact that you brought up One Piece, there's a series of One Piece figures called Gene's Freak, who all have very...
Does jeans have a Z?
No.
Fuck.
They're all wearing very detailed denim. Like, all the figures all have some sort of...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at this fucking denim long pencil skirt on the Princess of Alabasta. What the fuck?
Yep.
What the fuck?
So that's a thing.
They're so hyper realistic.
Perona is wearing like some overalls.
I love jean overalls on girls. I think that's such a cute look. I'm so fucking down to clown with it. Nico Robin's leather jacket, like midriff number, is fucking amazing.
So
Trafalgar is fucking daddy. Oh my god. Okay. Hey, welcome to Maple Syrup Blood Money. Now definitely, officially, for sure, the least approachable Riverdale podcast. Hey, do you remember that episode of Maple Syrup Blood Money where they talked about One Piece figures with detailed jeans for 5 minutes? They just talked about how good the jeans looked. That was a great episode. Thank you for telling me about it. It was my first episode with the show, and I'm hooked now. It gives me the good Riverdale content that I want. What the fuck are we doing?
I can't. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. Oh.
You know, I really liked the part where they talked about the fur trim on Bartolomeo's jacket. Like, that just worked for me.
The fact that you know their names so well is amazing.
Fucking... Fuck me, dog.
Okay. Hermione puts out a bounty on the Black Hood, and then they both go back to their house where Veronica is like, there's no way you're using my $1 million to put out a bounty on people. And so she goes looking for it in her dad's study and discovers...
And she doesn't think to check the safe that is obviously behind that picture of her.
There's got to be a safe there. There's
got to be a safe back
I was thinking that the entire time. She checks like the one safe, but then there's a
secret safe.
There's got to be a safe there. But she does find...
Have we seen a secret safe back there? I feel like maybe we have.
I don't think we actually have.
If we haven't, there is one. And if we have, we forgot.
Yeah. Let us know. Tweet at us. At Maple and Blood on Twitter. So, also tell us which One Piece character you would like to see in jeans.
Tell me about your favorite piece in the One Piece Jean Freak figure collection, and tell me why their jeans are your favorite jeans. Thank you.
So she doesn't find the money, but she does find Hiram's secret plan. There's so many H names, I'm realizing. Does find his secret plan to both besmirch his own wife and ruin Fred Andrews' life by exposing their affair to...
Which is a weird, like... I don't follow the logic on this one. He is legally separated from his wife.
Fred?
Like... Yeah, they're not divorced, but they are separated.
Yes.
So, like, if anything, it only looks bad for your wife. Like, Fred Andrews is separated from his wife. He's effectively single. You were in prison, and he cuckolded you.
They do say that Fred is running on, like, the Family Values platform.
So, like, what are we to infer about their consenting, willing adult relationship that runs in opposite to family values? Like, their children were aware, and they were both single and ready to mingle.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just like this feels like such a hot fart for me.
Yeah. But the whole thing is that Veronica's like, look, Mom, this isn't gonna go how like you and Dad think it's gonna go. This is gonna ruin both of you. And then Small Fry shows up and kills Andre, and then
does murder Andre. How does Andre not have a gun?
I don't know. I don't know how Andre didn't at least get a shot off, because there's this big guy who comes in asking about Hiram.
A big guy who is a known criminal.
Yes.
Whose fucking boss you just killed.
Yeah.
Like, you killed this dude's dad. You didn't think to check his fucking Instagram?
Yeah.
Like, fuck off. Andre should have killed him, but dramatic tension.
Yes. So Small Fry heads upstairs and goes after Hermione and Veronica. Jesus. And then Hermione straight, like, shoots the dude, like, 5 times.
Does a very good job of shooting
Yes.
him. I feel like Hermione would survive a horror series.
I think she would.
Because, like, so often it's like, I'm gonna shoot, don't come any closer. And she's just like, nah, son.
I like how Small Fry is just, he sees her get the gun and then just continues to just walk straight towards her.
He's not like, oh, fuck, bye.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I have a gun.
Or, yeah.
He's content to kill them with his bare fucking hands.
Yes. And he gets...
Small Fry, and he also isn't wearing a bulletproof vest. He's a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, he gets got.
Tater Tot sucked.
Apparently, Canadians are not good at killing people.
They're too polite.
Sorry. I'm sorry to all Canadian people.
Sorry, Crazon. What a fucking waste of, like, moments in the episode, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We could have resolved something much more interesting, but that's Veronica's plotline. What a boring thing to do with Tater Tot.
I do like... I mean, it's like you said, it's kind of a nothing thing, but I do like how Hermione and Veronica are like, you know what? You clean this up, Dad.
Yeah, Papa, this is on you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I liked it.
So that's Veronica. I guess it's Jughead is all that's really left.
Jughead's plotline is Jughead's plotline throughout the whole season. Sweet Pea, don't do it. And Sweet Pea says, I'm going to do it. And then Jughead goes, don't do it. And Sweet Pea goes, okay. And then Jughead goes, let's talk to my dad. And then Dad is like, I don't know what to do. And then they're like, well, I guess we'll kill Penny Peabody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is pretty much it.
Yeah, it's always pretty much it when Sweet Pea's in a fucking episode.
God, Sweet Pea. Do better, Sweet Pea. Tony does...
More like Sour Pea.
Damn. Sour grapes.
Ooh.
So Tony does get
round and green
kidnapped by the Ghoulies and Penny Peabody, so Jughead...
Penny Peabody's back. She's with the Ghoulies, and that then does mean that Tony Topaz did get grabbed by the Ghoulies.
She did. She did get grabbed by the Ghoulies. So Penny calls Jughead to come get her. She does call her...
This is the only scene worth talking about because it's so fucking good.
She does call Tony, the Southside Smurfette, which is kind of appropriate because she's the only, like, major female character in the Southside section of the cast. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we don't count no, we don't count Mom Cooper.
No, because she's not actively a serpent.
Today.
Fuck. So yeah, so Jughead goes to free Tony, and he brings back up in the shape of multi-class Paladin Ranger Cheryl Blossom.
She ranged smites. Like, she's fucking ready. She looks so cool, dude. This is the best interpretation of Cheryl. Can we just have Cheryl like this forever?
So there's a scene later where they're deciding whether or not they're going to go to war because Fangs has died, and it's like Penny has delivered the ultimatum of either you get out of town or we meet in Pickens Park to fight. for control of Riverdale. And they're holding up their weird fang, like, hand sign for their vote.
It's an odd look.
It's a weird look, but there is a shot.
Have they done the fang thing when they've done votes before?
I think it may have been a thing. I have not.
Because I don't know if they just raise their hands like normal adults.
Well, that's the thing. There's a shot right before they cut to a new scene where you see Cheryl just standing next to, like, FP and Tony, and she has her hand raised like a normal human being.
Oh, I literally mumbled while I was laying on the couch. I was like, put your fucking hand down. Like, Cheryl can just go wherever she wants. Cheryl might be the only character who's, like, kind of wild placement I enjoy. Because, like, I don't, like, as long as Cheryl isn't being a fucking monster, she can go anywhere as far as I'm concerned, because she's just fun to watch when she's done right.
So there's a preview of the next episode out for the season finale. And there is a...
hold on. Let's do that one at the end, unless it's super context important.
This is super context important. Just for this one shot, about 8 seconds in,
go, baby.
Where we see Cheryl putting on a bright red leather jacket with a Southside Serpent patch on it.
I'm sure. Okay.
It is
everyone's a serpent now. Everyone joins the serpent. Does that mean she has to do the pole dance? How many minors are they gonna make do this dance? Because Tony did it. It's implied.
Yeah.
Like, how many children are they gonna? Can we get rid of this gang already? Can they go back to being the fucking apple dumpling gang? The Great Apple War.
But it's the brightest red leather jacket I think I've ever seen.
It's candy apple red.
Yeah.
And so then the Ghoulies are like, we're gonna kill you all. And they're like, okay, we gotta vote to see if we fight them or we don't fight them. And they vote to fight them. And then Jughead puts the pieces together that all of this stuff is too coincidental. It's Hiram Lodge's doing. And then he makes what I would describe as the fucking stupidest play in the universe, which is offering himself up to be grabbed by the Ghoulies with their fists to death. As if they wouldn't just then go and kill the Serpents anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, these sorts of plays I have never fucking understood. Because it's just like, why? Obviously, they're not gonna, like, abide. It just makes no sense to me, and it drives me up the wall.
Yeah.
Like a Spider-Man.
A spidered man.
Like a spidered man. And so then Jughead gets, like, beaten and mutilated. And I don't feel bad for Jughead.
No. He did kind of
like,
ask for this.
He literally asked to be beaten to death and also did mutilate Penny Peabody. So as far as I'm concerned, Jughead, you dug this fucking grave, dog.
So, yeah. So, FP shows up later and drags Jughead's body out of the woods. And everybody sees it, and it's very, very dramatic. And that's where we leave off for the episode. We don't know if he's actually dead or not.
He's not fucking dead, Noah.
So there is an interview with Cole Sprouse on the Tonight Show where they ask, like, what happens in this season? And he straight up says, I die. And
I don't know. It depends on how early, because, like, maybe that was before the script revisions came through. But if we did get a ghost Jughead,
what I'm going,
season 3 would be tight.
Okay, here's my proposal. Cole Sprouse no longer on the show. They bring in Dylan Sprouse.
Dylan Sprouse. That's what you stole my joke.
And he plays Jughead's secret twin brother, Mughead.
Secret. Hi, I'm Cuphead and Mugman.
Yeah.
That would be tight. Yeah, this was a fun episode.
Yeah. There were some dumb bits,
it.
but overall it was a enjoyable episode, and
Yeah, the dumb ratio is substantially lower than it was every other episode this season almost.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Man, just I say it a lot, but the red circle was great. I think that's when this season peaked.
That was like the second episode.
Yeah, I'm fucking aware. It peaked.
Oh God. Or
No,
was it
red circle?
What about
The picture of the sugar man? That's great too.
that? Might have been the same episode.
Yeah, dog. No, it wasn't, because it was like 2 episodes later, because that's how long it took us to change the fucking header for the Twitter.
Yeah, that's right.
I would say oh yeah, hey, how did Hal get into the police station and fucking kill the sugar man? You know what I mean? Like, what a bad police station.
It really was a bad police station, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh boy. So yeah.
Yeah, if you want to peep us, you can check me out, patreon.com/KyleCarty. I assume that's where I'll be posting the dark Betty Warlock entity. Because
I think so. You should definitely do that.
I think that's where I'm going to post it. So if you want, that'll be on the $2 tier. And you can check it out. And fuck it, this month's Riverdale themed.
I'm surprised that Betty didn't pull the Grunderbus on Hal.
Yeah, talk about Chekhov's Grunderbus.
I'm a little disappointed, honestly.
She had it. She brought it with her to the place. She had a gun there. Hold on. She had a gun there, and then she went home. She had to have brought the gun with her, because she went directly home.
She did. I wonder if she left.
How did she not fucking shoot him?
Well, no, didn't she go. She went to the register first, and then I think she
I
went
doubt
home.
she's gonna drop a gun there.
It's like, hey, Mom, here's your gun.
Yeah, like, hey, my mom's abducted by the fucking Black Hood. I'm keeping my gun. Whatever. They needed to take him alive so Sheriff Keller could come back. Deputy Keller could come back and fucking arrest.
So in the season finale preview, they do have a Hannibal Lecter-like scene with Hal, apparently. Like, they straight up, I think they have, like, a glass cell.
I hate how much I want that. Patreon.com/KyleCarty. Twitch.tv/Best Pal Brigade. I'm Best Pal Brigade on Twitter. Facebook.com/BPB Games. Noah, what about you?
You can find me online on Twitter at Kamen Otaku. That's KAMENOTAKU. That's where you can find most of my stuff. I have an Instagram too. That should be the same. And I posted the picture of the ramen I had 2 days ago, which was very good.
Ooh, I want to see that picture. I'm looking you up.
But yeah, that's it for me. Other than the podcasts that I do, which you can find me on the Role Playing Exchange and the Technical Difficulties Gaming Podcast. They're both about tabletop role playing games. So if you like that, there you go.
There you go. Oh, this is like a very trimmed down ramen, but it looks fucking delicious.
Some tonkatsu ramen. It was very good.
That looks so good. I'm moving out of my apartment, and that means I'm moving away from my favorite ramen place, and it's going to be like a 40-50 minute drive just to get it.
Damn.
It's heartbreaking.
Damn.
Yeah, it really sucks. All the good food that I have up here, I am not going to have in my new place. It sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Did you say your podcast?
Yes, I did.
So if you want to get at us, it's mapleandblood@gmail.com, facebook.com/mapleandblood, at mapleandblood on Twitter, mapleandblood.podbean.com, mapleandblood.tumblr.com. Did I miss anything?
Mapleandblood.wordpress.com.
Right, that's the last one.
So yeah, definitely if you want to get in touch with with us, for sure, the best places to do that are the Twitter and the Gmail. We would also ask for you guys to go on to iTunes or wherever you download podcasts and leave us a rating and review. If you want to hear us talk about more One Piece figures, let us know.
Yes. If you want to hear Kyle read an in-depth review of a One Piece Gene Freaks Figma, post that review in our iTunes review that you give us, and I will read it.
Yeah. We're copying a thing from our friends over at Kame House Party, where if you leave us a rating and review, if you leave us a 5-star rating and review, we will read it, so long as it's nothing super gross.
Yeah, don't be yucky, but I have a sneaking suspicion that our fans aren't very yucky.
Yes. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
No, I got nothing, homie.
Yeah. Next week is the season 2 finale, and then we've got some stuff planned for the interim until Sabrina comes out. So look forward to it.
Yep. Strap in for the Garlic Jr. saga.
The Goblin Jr.
The Goblin Jr. saga.
Oh man, I had one and then I lost it.
Good. So, for Maple Syrup Blood Money, I have been your Goblin Jr. host, Kyle Carter.
And I have been your Jeans Freak host, Noah Garden.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much.